welcome to the Creator Shelf. You're joining me for a midweek pop-up. This is the Creator Shelf in Brussels. So welcome to new subscribers and welcome back to those who already know me. And so yes, for this week, as you've guessed, I'm going to be doing some kind of a reveal, unboxing, unpackaging, attacking the cover with a pair of scissors basically. But yeah, I thought I would do that on camera because I just had a new deck arrive today. And I thought, why not? Let's just do that for this week's midweek pop-up. There's some other topics I want to cover too. But anyway, I wanted to do a nice, gentle video. It is hot here in the city. I think it's showing around 26, 27 Celsius, but with all the pollution and all of that, it's like closer towards 30, which is quite hot for us. Anyway, so for a city that's not on the coast, is landlocked, and we have no river, it is pretty hot here. But yeah, and it's cloudy. Okay, so I'm gonna stop complaining because look, in a few days we're gonna have a lot of sunshine again. It's gonna be even hotter, and then in about 3 months time it's gonna be freezing cold, so and raining. So I'm just gonna enjoy the weather as it is. So yeah, welcome to everybody that's here. So what's in my bag? And yes, before I can say, this is the huge deck that has arrived today. So this is from Tarot NL. I bought it a few days ago, and it's a deck that I've been thinking about getting for a really long time. It was not a spontaneous purchase, but it was kind of like, oh, you know, should I go for it? Because it was on sale basically. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna go for it. So this is a deck that I saw last year. Was it the year before? I can't remember. I can't remember when it came out, but I know that Anna of Astral Lady has this deck, and she's done an extensive kind of like study on it. She's done a fantastic set of videos on it explaining the whole deck and its system. I think she's got kind of like quite a lot of good information and material on her channel. And I saw it and I wasn't sure if the deck was for me. So I just, you know, like a lot of things, when we see them, we think, that's interesting, that's nice, but you know, if I'm not sure, I'm not gonna spend that money, especially when it's an indie deck and they start to cost a lot of money. But then it did stay in my mind, and I kept going back to it and watching, and there's only a few YouTube videos on it, but I watched them again and again. Still wasn't sure, and then I started to realize that there is a place for it within my collection. And then it went on sale, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna get this. So yeah, I decided to get it. It's all still wrapped up, so let's now do the unboxing and the unwrapping. I'm really glad actually that it's been wrapped up in this, because otherwise the boxes do get damaged these days. So yeah, it's not got too much plastic, hopefully, but yeah, so let's unwrap this together. So as you can see, I want to preserve the packaging, to be quite honest with you, because I think I could use it again. So that's why I'm kind of like, yeah, I could use this again. So yes, I'm just trying to preserve the packaging as best as I can, so that I don't end up wasting it when I need something like this actually. So yes, so as you could have guessed, maybe you've already guessed by the way I was holding it, the deck that I bought is the Living Altar. So yes, the Living Altar Oracle deck is a living grimoire with each card a charged spell. It is a guide to the Witch's Wheel, and is intended to serve as both a tutelary and divinatory aid for the curious observer of witching ways, the novice witch, seasoned practitioners, and the weathered witches among us. I think I might be the weathered witches among us actually in this one. With this deck, we have built an altar of the seasons, the phases of the moon, and stations of the sun, and the journey of life, and have made a holy embodiment of our most sacred relationships with the elements. Each card has been blessed with the elements and infused with spells to empower your inherent magic. Engage these oracle cards as you would any divinatory tool to enhance your intuitive readings. Wow, that is interesting. The reason why I really felt called was because I've seen now over time, and I think this is part of why I wanted to explain this, was that I've seen how my collection is growing. I see the cards that I like, the decks that I like. I see, this is when Nancy from Paper Moon Tarot goes, please, for the love of God, get a proper opener so you don't take your eye out. Sorry, Nancy, I still haven't got around to it. But yeah, so I basically I've really looked at my collection and what I like, and also what I don't use and what ends up just being like shoved to the side. And I think that's a really good thing to do. So I'd like to do a whole video on kind of like really discerning what I like. And I know Vintage Moon, she's also done a video recently on figuring out kind of like your tarot aesthetic. I think those are really good videos because they can help really cut back also on just buying mindlessly, to be quite honest with you. So this is a really good example of where I really sat on something thinking like, you know, is this going to be for me? Well, I started to look at like decks that I've liked and I really bonded with. And as you can tell from especially this year, late last year, I'm someone that really, really likes foresty decks. I like that witchy kind of deck. I think it's also because I live in Northwest Europe, you know, I've seen beautiful ocean decks and I've seen beautiful other kind of like genres, and I just don't bond with them so too well, to be quite honest with you, because I just don't have those themes here. But here, you know, our kind of like wildlife is what we have in the city parks and the forest just outside the city, and then kind of like, you know, day-to-day city life, our wildlife is just rats and pigeons, to be quite honest with you. So you know, that's why I kind of like, you know, I'm really kind of like right now gravitating towards those decks which I feel that there is a link towards. And so anyway, I bought this deck and I just felt really like, I feel like there are other decks that this can go with. So as I pair it, just as an FYI, on Insta, I'll be posting the images of what I pair it with. I think it's going to be more something I work with in the autumn. So maybe not straight away, but anyway, we're doing a reveal, so let's go for it. But I think this deck is going to really come alive for me, I think around September, when we go towards Mabon and then Samhain, definitely. So let's do this unboxing. Oh, it's huge. This is the inside, very nice. I like that. I have to say the art in this is not my kind of like traditional art, but it's very provocative for me, and I like that. Yeah. So it comes with this huge guidebook, which, yeah, maybe you can delve into in a bit. And these are the cards. Okay, so let's go for it. So let's undo this. I want to always be careful when I take this plastic off, because sometimes it can actually ruin the deck when you're trying to take the plastic off. So I want to be careful here. I might just snip it. Yeah, I think that's better. And take that off. Oh wow, I have to say straight away, the quality of production I can just feel from holding the deck. It is definitely there. So these are like matte. Yeah, they're matte and they're thick. I have to say, because I've got small hands, shuffling these is not going to be easy, but they are raw good quality. That's the sides. Gorgeous color. I really feel like, yeah, there's something very primal about this deck. So right now, just so you're aware, in Brussels, well, sorry, in the Netherlands, Tarot Nail was selling this for 80 euros, and right now it's 65 euros. So if you're in the EU area, this might be something you want to check out. And I know that for Brussels, for Belgium, it's free shipping over 50. I don't know if that's the same for France or for Germany or Luxembourg. And I think in the Netherlands it's free shipping. So just as an FYI. So I really thought that then the price worked out actually quite good for this deck. When they dropped the price, I thought, okay, that's a reasonable price for what I'm getting. I say that, but of course, you've heard me say in a lot of my videos, I think that everything is now becoming just well overpriced. It was overpriced, it's just well overpriced. Sorry, but I've got to say that because, yeah. Anyway, so let me just enjoy the deck and we'll go along with that, and hopefully you'll have fun with me as well. So the first card is Surrender, and I absolutely love that. So I'm going to just go through the deck with you. Okay. It says air. So air. Okay. I really, really like the rawness of this deck. Fire. It just feels very raw. Water. Earth. Spring. Summer. Oh, the colours are gorgeous. Autumn. And winter. Okay. What does that say? Sunrise. midday, sunset, midnight. I'm going through this deck and I'm not joking. In my head, I'm already thinking again of all the decks that I want to pair with this deck. So I think for me, it's already a great buy. You know, new moon. I was saying this to Marine of Waves of Your Soul. I was saying to her that when I can think of 6 or 7 decks from the top of my head that I can pair an oracle or tarot deck with, I think for me it's then worth it because I can see that value. So it says crescent here. Crescent, that's for the moon. First quarter, gibbon moon, full moon, disseminating moon, third quarter moon, balsamic moon, emergence. Oh, look at that. I love her use of colors in this. Rebirth, this very primal. Primrose, childhood. If you're someone that works a lot with like forest, this is my personal opinion, forest energy, moon, that moon energy, earthy, says catalyst. Oh, I love that. I don't see enough tarot or oracle decks, well, tarot I won't refer to, but oracle decks that have catalyst in them, and I actually use the concept of catalyst very often myself. Adolescence, I actually allocate catalyst to some tarot decks to myself, tarot cards, sorry, to myself. Adolescence, so these must be our timings in life. Celebration. It says young adult. I think the inspiration for this deck is awesome. Abundance. Maybe there are people out there who feel this is done quite a lot. For me, this is very fresh. Adult, generosity, midlife, okay, soul harvest. Oh, that's beautiful. Sorry, I can't read that for me because it's too backwards. It says, oh, elderhood. Wow. That's gorgeous. I am so pleased I bought this elderhood. Solitude. Oh, look at that. I don't have the gentle tarot, but if you had that, maybe this would go with it. I don't know. Like, that's not a deck for me, but already a deck that I don't even have. I'm just thinking, yes, it would go. Death. Oh, wow. Boundaries. And there's a deck that I'm going to order today, a mass market deck. I'm not going to say it now. And I think already it's going to go with this one. I was going to order it anyway. I love it when like, you know, I can find a use for things which are just more than just, it's an oracle deck. You know, I can already pair it with other oracles, with other tarot decks, identity, relationship. I really need to sit with these cards because the art is just gorgeous. Resource. There is so much in each card, and already I can see how some of the cards are relating to each other. Inspiration. There we have air again. Inspire, right? Inspire is when we breathe life into things. Creativity. Again, more air. Intention, choice. Transition. Here we have fire. Cleansing, ritual. Oh, I could sit with this and just meditate. This is just so gorgeous. Creation. You see, I was already saying a few days ago that I've been looking for a pathwork deck and it falls straight into my hands. Creation. I wasn't thinking of this as a pathworking deck, but it can be as well. So I can pair it with other decks. I can use it pathworking. I can use it as inspiration for art. I will definitely use it for colors, expression. This is very watery now. Council, ancestors. Oh, look at the beauty there. I think it says I need to check what it says. Inaioma? I don't know what that says actually. I need to check that. Oh, these must be the spell cards. This is beautiful art. I need to sit with this. These are definitely cinnamon sticks. I love this. This is art, and this is like paint and collage and all of this coming together. Oh, I really am so glad I bought this already. And this will go so well with so many decks. And you know, for me, what's really striking me as I walk through the deck, because it's 65 cards, I think that's what she said. Hang on a second, hold on. I can't remember now how many it says on there. I think it was 65. Or maybe it's, I can't remember. Sorry, I'm going to have to check that again. But I can feel this being really useful all year round. And for something that is useful all year round, I mean, yeah, that's about, again, value for money. Wow. Just stunning art. Oh yeah, I want to sit with this. And then I think this is the final. No, there's one more. This is the end. And these were the backs. Okay. So that's the Living Altar deck. I just thought I'd do this short. Whilst I'm on a roll, I might just do another reveal. I think I might do that because I have another deck which I haven't unpacked. So I thought maybe, I don't know. But I hope you enjoyed that. I have really, I mean, I have been thinking about this deck for well over a year. So first of all, I'm really glad that I waited and I didn't make an impulse purchase, because when I don't make an impulse purchase, I feel that a lot of the time I value the item a lot more. So, you know, because I've really thought about it. So yes, so first of all, that was really good for me personally, as my own personal journey in purchasing and using items. But the thing that I personally love about this deck is, I mean, at this price point, it's just, I get a lot of cards. I get a whole set of keywords to work with. I get a range of emotions, feelings, actions. I get a range of seasons. I get a range of phases of life. I get a range of, you know, these moon phases, stages, like I said, stages of life. I get, you know, references to some of the beautiful natural flora and fauna we have, a celebration. I just think this is I mean, it says Living Altar, right? The deck is called Living Altar. So let's find a card. Should we just take a card and randomly and just look at the reading for it? Because, and what I'm going to do, I need to remember to do this, is I will link Anna from Astral Lady, her video below, because she did a really good video with the whole of this deck laid out. And you know, and I thought that was really good for anybody who's interested in this deck, because it's not that well. So let me look at the card Council. Let's look at that one together. But I will link that below. So let's look at Council. Is that the one that I picked? See, now I can't find it again. So let me just now pick another one. Okay, let's look at Generosity, because I lost the other one now. And let's look at that together. So here we go. So that's Generosity. And let's look at the guidebook together. And that way you get a sample for what's in there, and I get a sample as well for what's in there. But I mean, the images alone have sold me. I'm like, and I get a guidebook, that's even better. But you know, I mean, of course, this is a very well done system, but I personally just appreciate the deck as it is. So let me see, do we have a table of contents? Yes, we do. I don't know though where, oh, that's a bit of a shame. I don't know where this falls in now. Where does, oh, I think it goes here. Bear with me while I go and find. Oh, here it is, Generosity. Okay, so this is the card. It says, Witch's Wheel correspondences, Water, Autumn, West, Sunset, Midlife, Third Quarter Moon, Expression, Council, ancestor, and initiation. The spell is, my life is not personal. The power I have cultivated is a gift of wisdom that I must share. Like the sun and the moon, I rise and set indiscriminately upon each day and each night. Open, loving, willing. I know this dance well, and as such, I grant myself the freedom to enjoy it. I give myself freely to the turning of the seasons. I am the altar in which each element passes into the next. My altar is a garden, and its gates are open. I rejoice in community and the silent moments of reflection. I see you. What I have sought to nurture has produced fruit, and from its shedding upon the earth, new life has begun to grow. And the guiding messages are, wisdom and knowledge stand as one. You are heart and sword. Hard-earned lessons yield to curiosity. Well-worn paths conjure memories of adventure. I need to look at that a little bit more because that's so rich. So you know what? It's not overwhelming. It's just, you get a black and white picture and then you get one page. And I actually like that. I recently am liking guidebooks that are not overwhelming, you know, so that was enough for me. It says open, loving, and willing. I mean, yeah, and I love that. That's beautiful. I think the card is gorgeous. I just know that already there's about 5 or 6 decks that are going to pair very well with it. You know, the deck that sits there in the corner, I'm just going to move out of the way so you can see her. She's always over my shoulder. Tarot of the Sheep. She's like my soul deck. I know already one of the reasons why I bought this was because I knew instantly this would go with Tarot of the Sheep. I in my heart, I just knew it straight away. And you know, and she's already looking over from the shoulder going, when are you going to start using me with this deck? So I'm just like, okay. So Mabon is coming. Mabon here, for me, is like, you know, before, like, you know, that autumn equinox, you know, where we're going towards that moment where we're going towards, we're going towards the change of season. For me, I love it because it's that moment where we have another turn of the wheel. We call it, you know, in Belgium, we call it rentrée, you know, the re-entry, going back to school. And I love that. And then, of course, you know, it's my birthday. You know, anyway, I have this is like my time of year where I go into like my Virgo rising, gets very happy that I'm going towards harvest time. And then, you know, that Lammas energy. And then we go towards Mabon, which I love as well. And then, you know, of course, comes Samhain and Yule and all of that. But, yeah, so I love those September vibes, and I'm really glad I got this deck actually. And I was going to sit and wait to open it because I was another anniversary coming up in August, and I was like, no, open it now with everybody and share with everybody. So if you're on the fence about this deck, I mean, it's up to you. My tip is always to think about what you're going to pair it with within your collection, and you know, does it speak to you like that? Does the art speak to you? You know, does it go with your practice? Are you more of like the witchy kind, or perhaps you're more a light work, or whatever it is? But, you know, think of all those things, because for me, you know, €65 is still an investment. That's like, I think in the US it's about $65. I don't know what that is for your budget, but always these are investments for me. So I have to really think about how I'm going to use a deck before I purchase it. But I am so happy I took the plunge and I got it. I mean, it is just an amazing, amazing deck. Look at that gorgeous artwork. And I will leave it there. Thank you for joining me for this week, and might do another reveal, but let's see. But anyway, thank you for joining me for at least for this pop-up. Take care and see you soon. Bye.